results are in. I'm overheating. My temperature gauge is higher than it should be. Oh my god. Easy like that. Hello everyone, welcome back to Gibbo's Garage. Now, as you saw last time, we had a win with the MOT, and then we had a fail with the radiator just crapping all over the floor. And there is a pretty big hole in the bottom right corner of the rad. So I've gone and ordered a new alloy radiator, which is just a good upgrade through to these cars. The original radiators on these, they go brown along the top and they normally start cracking. This one's cracked quite excessively and gone pop. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be fixing that, replacing a couple other parts. I can't do the work on the driveway today because I've got too many cars on there, either dailies or ones that are working on. You probably know which ones anyway. So we're just going to pull around the side of my road and do some work on the road. Why not? But there is one problem. We've got no battery. And that's easy, right? No battery, just charge it up. But I've made a bit of an error in one of my modifications, which means that we can't just charge the battery.
Oh, idiot.
Now, in the hunt for looking cool, I installed this. Very, very clever idea. But the problem with a chassis mounted wing is I've done something stupid. Now these lovely looking struts are bolted to my boot. And where's the battery? In the sodding boot. So I have to dismantle the spoiler to get into the boot, to charge the battery, to start the car, to move the car, to change the radiator. What faff. So let's do that now.
So next time you guys decide to modify your car, just think about the long-term impact of what you're doing and possibly what you have to undo just to make your car drivable. So whilst I faff about trying to find the right spanner here, yeah, what a silly decision that was. But oh well, we undo it and we crack on.
So the last time we saw this car, it was covered in water. Obviously it's all dried off now, but we were going to have a little look while I just put the bonnet up with my face and see exactly where the problem is. So it's just down this side of the radiator where we've got a big old hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bumper off. Then we're going to take the radiator out. Oh, do I need to take the bumper off? Do I? Oh, see, this is where I'm just making it up as I go along. I don't think I do need to take the bumper off, you know. If I don't, then that's going to save me a lot of time. Let's see if we can try and get the radiator off without taking the bumper off.
The one good thing that has come with this car is quick release bumpers. So literally is 2 cable ties, chop them off, then every time you want to take the bumper off, it's just 2 quick cable ties. And then 2 bolts, which, yeah, they came out a little bit too easy.
Ooh, forgot to tighten those. Oh well. Now I think I've worked out the root of the problem. Now, this isn't standard. MX5s come with a overflow tank. So this is directly linked to this part, the top relief valve of the radiator. And what it's supposed to have, excuse the wind, is it's supposed to have a tank from standard, and what it does is it lets coolant pour into it and relieves pressure. It's a non-pressurized system, so it pushes all of the coolant into the overflow tank, and then what happens is when it cools down, it sucks all the coolant back in. Now I'm really clever, so what I did is I bought one from eBay because it looked cool and I could front mount it, clear out space in the engine bay. But this isn't an overflow, this is an expansion tank which is blocked off. So what's basically happened is the pressure in the radiator's got a lot, because now I've closed off the pressure system and it has just gone, and the pressure's expanded and expanded. It's got nowhere to go, and it's found the weakest point, which is the radiator in this case. As you can see, it's very brown, it's very old, it's over 30 years old, and it's just gone pop all over the road. So basically I ruined it. So that was really clever. So what I've done is I've gone back to OEM and I've bought a standard overflow tank, and that's going to replace this one. So you are my problem and I don't like you, so we're going to fix that as well. Also, does anybody else's toolbox do this? So you carry it using the handles and then you put it down and all the sodding pieces will just fall out and you can hear it jangling around as you're carrying it. Clever design. Thanks, Alfords. I remember what I did now. I tiger sealed it.
Dear Lord, that's the loudest profanity I've ever heard.
How do you get tiger seal off? Come off! Oh, yes! Yes, oh, yes! Oh, that. Oh, come on. Ah. Brute force wins every day. So what I was saying about this, basically pulling out all the coolant. So if we look at this level here, I don't know if you can see it bouncing around, but it's basically full of coolant. So that all the coolant's peeled out into here because that's where the empty space was. But it's not enough to relieve that pressure, so it's just gone pop. So we'll take this off, we'll dispose of it correctly down the nearest drain. Joking.
You sit on a throne of lies.
And then we're going to take all of the air system off, just give us some better access to the radiator. We're going to inspect the hull, have a little look at that, and then replace the rad.
Now we need to get some better access to the radiator, so we're just going to unbolt the airbox, unplug the MAF reader, and out it pops. Then going to take off the top hose, which is literally just held on with a couple of Jubilee clips, and going to pull that out the way so we can remove this radiator.
I know you're side on. I'm very aware that it's all out of kilter, but here is the bolt we've got to take off. So it's two of these bolts to take off, and then the radiator should just lift out. Oh! Oh! Oh, you fuck. Oh. Please not today. Right, we disconnect the radiator from there. Just gonna need a flathead. That's off. Disconnect that. That's off. Oh. Bottom hose. I don't think there's any coolant left, but it may piss out it. I'm gonna need a tray. Oh. Right, before I show you the massive hole that we've got in here, we need to keep this. This is important. Don't throw this piece away. So I'm just going to quickly whiz this off. It's two 10mm bolts, and then we'll have a look at the damage. Ready? Can we see something that's not supposed to be here? That's yeah, it's quite a catastrophic hole. You ruining my day. So yeah, let's get this out. Let's put the new fan on the new rad. Get that back in. Shiny new metal pieces. Look at you, all non-rusty and non-deserved to go in this car. But yeah, I've gone for a Jap speed, alloy one. I think it was about 160 quid. But hopefully, this one should hold up a bit better. And I'm going to put the proper sodding parts on as well, so I go back.
Now, lucky enough, I remembered to keep the existing fan, because when you buy a new radiator for these, they don't come with the fan. Perfectly fine to reuse, they'll go forever, but the radiators themselves, unfortunately, don't last. So this was remembering to put the 10mm bolts aside that I'd taken out previously, and they just go in easy peasy.
How do you mount it? Oh, I don't know how to mount it. I've gone and ordered a new alloy radiator. So the radiator doesn't fit. And the reason the radiator doesn't fit is because I've bought the wrong one. It's been a few days. Yeah, I've ordered the wrong part. My mistake. But I've ordered the right part now. So we have the correct one. So the last one was for a Mark II. And this one's for a Mark I. So it should fit. You may have noticed that I've gone for some different clothing today. Now the main reason is that only about 4% of people watching my videos are women. So I'm improving the sex appeal a little bit. Let's try and get a nice equal gender watching. But anyway, let's get this in the car and pray that it fits. So you've already seen me put this in once, so I shall be doing it much, much faster now. Oh, I haven't put the sodding fans on. Right. Forward one step, backwards two. This time we've put the fan on and we're learning.
I'm learning.
So let's see how difficult this is going to be to slide in. My guess is I'm going to strip all the fans off. Please try and look nice for as long as possible. Now we have a special guest today on the channel. Haven't seen before, but will not be the last time. And it's Barry. Now Barry is a box. Barry is a box of bolts and nuts and screws and things that I've taken off cars over the years and never put back on. You know when you've done a job and you've got a pocket full of bolts and you think they're probably quite important? Well, I kept them. So this is Barry, my box of bolts. And I need to put the coolant reservoir back on the car and I don't have any bolts. So we're going to consult Barry and see if we can find any. Nope. 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 Yes! 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 Barry comes good again. We have a winner. Right. I need two. Right, I've got one. That one look all right? Move you out of the way. Yes! Yes! 2 for 2. Go on, Barry. Now we got to put this in. So, I'm going to quickly tell you how the radiator cap works, because clearly when I ordered parts I didn't know and decided to order the wrong part. So, at the top of your radiator you have this, a wee little spring. Now when pressure gets to a certain point within the radiator, the pressure pushes this spring, lifts up the centre cap, and what it allows is a little tiny hole in here, and it then allows coolant to come out of the radiator cap, through the tube, all the way along into your expansion tank. Overflow tank. I will learn the difference soon. Yeah, that's how they work. Now the coolant we're using today is, we need 6 litres, so I've gone for 5 litres of the best, cheapest I could find. And you know it's the right one because it's blue.
It's the same stuff that I use for all sort of cleaning purposes, and it's blue. That's all I know. It's blue.
And also, something I bought, which I know I need, is one of these, because I'm very good at spilling things.
First of all, whenever you are replacing the coolant, make sure the engine's cold. The last thing you want to do is undo that radiator cap and get a face full of boiling regret. So what you should be doing is make sure the front end of the car's raised slightly. I'm on a slight hill here, so it's fine. Fill the radiator right the way to the top. Then you want to get in the car, start the engine, get the engine nice and hot, and then you're going to let it to cool itself down and top up as much as you need.
So now we've topped up the radiator right the way to the top. I'm not going to fill up the, I'm going to call it expansion tank the entire time. I'm going to call it the coolant tank. So I'm going to leave that empty for now. I'm going to turn the car on, get it up to temperature, put the heaters on full, and just let that water go past the thermostat and just cycle its way through the system. Then I'm going to let it cool down. Then we're going to open up the cap again, see how much we've lost, and then top it up as we need to. Hopefully, we can get this thing driving then.
Now all we have to do is wait for the engine to warm up. Hopefully the fan should kick in as well, and then at least you know that's working and we haven't screwed with the wire in there. But there was a problem.
Why? Oh, why are you dripping? Oh, bye-bye coolant. So, we have leaks in many places. Can you see one down there? Can you focus? No. Drip, drip, drip. 1. We have a drip in here. 2. And then also, oh my god, look at the state of it. Oh my god. And we also have drippage in this one here. I mean, well, I didn't have these drips before. Okay. The radiator is
What an idiot.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's hot. So the radiator's hot. Okay, and all the bits I've just put on, all the hoses, are all fine. They don't leak at all. But it's all the original hoses that are connected to the engine. So it's the bottom hose that connects to the engine on both sides, and then the top hose which connects to the engine, well, connects to the thermostat. They are all leaking. As you can see, look at that wonderful wee-wee that the car has done. So, I thought I'd be driving it today. Okay. There's no cracked pipes. It's just on the joint. So I think what's happened is that over time the Jubilee clips are either leaked, or with the kind of catastrophic boom that there was, it's just shifted them all slightly. So I'm going to go around every single Jubilee clip. I'm going to undo it. I'm going to retighten them back up. But the problem is when I undo the Jubilee clip, water pisses out everywhere. So I'm going to have to wait for it to cool down and then put them back together again. No more leaks. Get in. Yeah, she looks a sorry state at the minute, but I've been having it running for the last 10 minutes. Fans kicked in all good. No more leaks. All I did was took all the hoses off, wire brushed around all the metal components, put the hoses back on again, tighten them all up, and we are rocking. So yeah, for now, work on the MX5 stops. We are happy. It is back up and running until the next thing. But look, thanks everyone for tuning in again. We're going to be doing loads more work on the M3. I've got another 2 vehicles coming in soon, so watch out for those. So please, please, please subscribe to see the chaos and the madness. Drop me a comment, let me know what your favourite car's been so far, and I will see you in the next one.